what happened? The I had plugged it in, right, for I plugged my device in for charging, but I didn't realize that it wasn't even charging. For some reason, I think I didn't plug it in properly. Sorry, make una no vex for me, oh. I am so sorry. Eh? I am so sorry, oh. Sorry. I am so sorry. I apologize to every one of you. I apologize for, the break in transmission. I don't know what happened. I had it plugged in my head. I just assumed it was charging, but by the time I checked, I was like, what's going on? I noticed that it was not really plugged in, so correctly. So I apologize. Sorry for the break in transmission there. I appreciate your patience. I was trying to come back. I was trying to see if I could resume, the stream, but I didn't know it was already far gone. So we're gonna hopefully take it from where I stopped. I'm not sure, but anyway, let's go ahead.
When do you want to bring it? I want to actually institute a national library where everyone can have access to. A couple of persons have said that's not what you're supposed to do. Others say, okay, this is good. You're prioritizing education, just like your opponents are saying that you're supposed to prioritize. Peter Obi wrote and said Nigeria is finished, as to in as much as it's a good gesture, but if we had a good educational system, that would not be necessary in the first instance. But if you look at the two, in 2 weeks, 53 security officials killed. Terrorists killed some certain persons in some communities, and there is onslaught ongoing in some areas. But there is money. In the space of how many days you made the announcement, 20 billion naira. Is it possible to believe that Nigeria there is no money?
Yeah, Esther, thank you for the question. My brother said we'll keep talking. I love that. We have to. Because one day these things, God will help us. America started from somewhere, and today they're celebrating. But let me tell you, this money is in the hand of few people. That's why majority of Nigerians are suffering. Go and check those people that raise their money. They are doing one thing or the other to federal government, and they're looking for favor. And it's a shame that an individual, the wife of the president, went to build National Library or rehabilitate it. But go and check the budget. You will see every year there is budget for it. That's why when Obi said what he said, it's correct. 100% correct. But APC will find a way, like you said, you are not saying that they're telling lies, but they have a way of trying to code things. And when you look at them, they're not smart. They're not intelligent. Because they believe that these things will continue forever. It will not. So majority of Nigerians don't have money, but that money is circulating from few. And you can see Wike will tell you that if I tell a governor to give me so billion or trillion for me to settle political whatever, it's not a bad thing. Where is the money coming from? Taxpaying money. And somebody will come and telling you without any shame, being a governor and being a minister. So the money that the wife of the president is raising is from them themselves. They know themselves. But majority, 98 or 95% of Nigerians are poor. We are poor.
Mr. Tony Bata, I forwarded a video to you. Have you been able to confirm?
Yeah, I called the local government chairman of that place. We can put him on call. Okay. That's the number so that we will confirm.
I just want to introduce that conversation first before we proceed further. Based on that video, it's too gory. I can't put it here on YouTube. I don't even want them to buy us. But I think, Mr. Tony, I don't know, maybe I and you, either both of us would interpret, because the lamentation was actually done in Igbo. So, Mr. Tony, this incident actually happened very recently, somewhere in Umuaka, in Jaba local government area of Imo State, and Umele is also part of communities in Old Umuaka. Now, like I said, that video is gory. Let's listen to this one.
Yeah, na bomb, na go on as bakara na ma eze. Eze polika with nwe nwoke. Aka nwe ha mega ha gote bomba ha ekuo. Ohia mega na no bi wan na na bomb. Ihe bomb kore here na no bi wan no Justin bomb nwiwe kelu na me video. So asem ka me video send no bi wan na kuru.
All right, Mr. Tony Mbata. So when I tried to call one of the local government chairman, how was interpret? I don't want to be
yes. They are saying that thing is a bomb that somebody put it where people pass, reside, and somebody was doing all this business.
Yes,
and the son. So the thing,
not just the son. There is. Did you see the other one?
I didn't want to watch that in Easter.
Jesus.
It's very scary. I don't want. So that's why we have the number of the chairman of that local government. Let us put him. Okay. And confirm from him. I told him.
Okay. I'm trying to contact him now because I wanted to verify that information. I was also trying to connect with Barrister Eze Uliche because
the chairman of the local government will be
as well.
To
help us understand what exactly a bomb is doing in a place where people reside. I saw the bomb in the gutter, one of the gutter. Now, one of the men who was very, very affected by this, his limbs are done for. I don't even know how that man is alive. If you see what that bomb did, you can't view this. If I put this on YouTube, they'll bar this account. I'm trying to contact him, but he's not picking. They'll literally buy it. Mr. Tony Mbata, again, why is a bomb situated in where people reside, where people go about their businesses? Did you see the gory site?
Yes, I saw it. That to show you the level of moral decadence in the society called Nigeria and the attitude of the government. Because you can see Boko Haram coming out, or bandit coming out with their regalias of guns and everything, talking. So you ask yourself, how is this thing getting into this country? When I was a human rights chairman, JDPC, there was a report that came to my table. I investigated it. I was a ship load, no ship, a load of ammunition coming to this country. I can't remember the country. I had to petition to the custom officer at Ali and told him, look at what is coming. Now they refer me to Apapa or Tinker Airport. Port. We went there, made the man in charge, and was telling me that these things, the ship don't come in, and that what we need to do is to try to get this clearing agent that reduce their price and what, man, or with my team. And one thing I received is another message from anyone warning me, told him, but I remove your hair from this. You have children. We are going to deal with you. And that's how that investigation we couldn't go further. So you ask yourself, you see, they will clear these things at the port. But most of the time, when you go to Southeast, you see custom people staying at the main road, checking all this rubbish. You ask yourself, what are they doing? Is it not they are not supposed to be in a wharf or international airport where these things are coming? They will not do their job. So it's a question of a leadership failure in this country. That's why you see all these things. Even though America, we see all these things. But what is the government doing to protect the life of the citizenry that they have sworn an oath that they will do? That's why we need to call the local government chairman to know. And unfortunately, he's not picking. Yeah. When I called him, he picked his call, telling me that place is noisy. Maybe I assume that it's that place. So we keep trying him before the end of the show to hear from him.
We need to hear from him to give us details of how exactly that happened. Is it the Nigerian army that put the bombs there? Or could it be the supposed unknown gunmen who put the bombs there? Because right now, people woke up in the morning to go hustle and somebody's limbs are gone. That man now...
That is, the 2 legs... I just watch it with a glint. I just remove my eye.
I can't believe that's a human being's body. God is awesome. God is indeed awesome. Now that man, when they take him to the hospital, he has already got, I think it's the adrenaline, because I'm surprised that people are videoing. They ought to rush that man to the hospital.
That's the problem of Nigerians. They will keep videoing.
So that man's limb is just scattered. They will still really need to cut it because it's not clean. The way the bomb tore the thing, it's not clean. So that man will still go through more pains. So a man who is like the breadwinner of his home steps out to go work and came back limbless. Do you understand what this means? So while you are not just sanely trying to stay afloat, you don't even
the name of the local government chairman, there's Ugochukwu Obi.
Mr. Mr. Shegun Shokidon, somebody asked the question that this tax, would they still tax the president's account, the vice president's account, and the senators and
Tracy,
their lawmakers?
my
Would they
battery
still
ran
tax
out. I
them?
don't
Are
know
they
what
part of this
happened.
tax
I'm so
process?
sorry.
Yeah,
I,
they're supposed
I thought it was
to.
charging. I was actually plugged, but I didn't know it
I mean, they
wasn't
have
all
a
the way
salary,
in.
Okay.
So
they'll
it
pay their
timed out
fee.
on me. So I apologize for that.
They're supposed to pay their taxes as well, even though I know that there are
Or
exemptions.
because of
there are
the
exemptions in
immunity,
the
they're
tax law.
exempted.
There are exemptions in the tax law for certain public officials.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is there exemption?
I didn't make the law, so I'm not sure. but I know
You
that
not
some
pay
people have
tax,
exemptions.
you
Yes.
receive salary, everything is free.
But I'm not aware.
I want to be
I'm not
president
sure. I
too.
don't want to misinform. I'm not sure. I'll have to confirm whether the president is exempted. I think I've read that somewhere before, but I'm not sure.
I
So
want to be president.
we can confirm.
You can
Life
be.
is sweet.
You can be.
I'll vote for you. You have my vote.
Can be a campaign manager.
Nigeria wahala. I don't want. There is nothing you do that please anybody. Can you imagine? I even heard some Southwesterners form group and they said that they want the Yoruba nation. And people were like, is it not people that are enjoying now? Which other Yoruba nation do you want again? How many people do you want to please?
Different votes for different
Wahala.
folks. So.
Now, the African Democratic Congress has fired back at the presidency over its recent assertion that President Tinubu has no plans to extend his tenure beyond 2031. So, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, who is the ADC's publicity secretary, described the remarks as presumptuous and patently undemocratic. Now, Tinubu's mandate is supposed to end in 2027, and that Nigerians will not wish to extend his tenure by a single day. That is what Bolaji Abdullahi is saying. Obviously, some people will argue with him because there are some Nigerians who believe in the president. The ADC pointed out that given the spate of banditry and killings ranging across the country, the widespread hunger and suffering, the punitive taxes, the flagrant abuse of power at a scale never seen before, that the president should be preparing to leave in 2027. And that I asked the question, the ADC sounds confident. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Kenneth Okonkwo also sounded that confident that come 2027, Tinubu is going to bottle with what you can see on ground. Is that going to be possible?
We'll see. I mean, it takes 1 day is a long time. As things are today, if it will happen, it will not even be the ADC. So, I mean, politicians would always say, the
Is it part of the propaganda
hubris.
theory?
Yeah, the hubris of the average politician is actually mind-boggling. They usually tend to think more of themselves.
Okay.
So I don't know what they're talking about. Even if that will happen, if Tinubu will be removed and sent back to Bodyland, I strongly doubt that it will be the ADC that will do that. And I say that because, look, like I always say, and I've said to you before, how can the same set of people that formed a coalition to remove the PDP in 2014, they replaced the PDP with themselves. Some of them returned to the PDP. Some of them stayed in the APC. The same group of people have gathered again to form a coalition to remove the APC. Like, how? How does that make any sense? Why would anybody think that even if it happens, that it will serve the interests of Nigerians? So for me, and I don't think Nigeria, even though politics is very foolish, people don't really think when it comes to politics, but I think Nigerians have learned their lessons. And I suspect,
Are you sure?
I think so. I can't be sure now because, politics is a very emotional thing. So I think that Nigerians have learned their lessons. They will know that in 2014, David Mark was in PDP. Was our friend from River State, Amechi? Amechi was in PDP and joined APC. So we can keep going. Saraki was in PDP, he joined APC, he's back in PDP, and who knows, maybe he might also...
El-Rufai
was
minister.
PDP.
And,
Are we joking? It is these same characters that have come together today to now want to kick out the APC that they formed coalition to install. They don't respect us. They think we're very stupid. So for me, even if it's somebody will say that, it will not be the ADC that will chase the APC away in 2027.
Part of this person.
Is it? How? What do you mean? We don't know where Peter Obi is till today.
He told us that by November he'll be telling us.
Exactly, until then. And from the little, I'll be very shocked to see that Peter Obi will join ADC. Trust me.
Because Atiku is already campaigning. We're already seeing presidential buses for 2027 under the ADC.
Atiku is a career campaigner.
No, I thought that they were going to have. They were going to have a consensus because they were waiting for that to happen, and that hasn't happened.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm just saying that whatever the ADC is saying today is just hubris of the average politician. What will happen will eventually depend. Look,
so
let's be
you're
honest
saying we
with
don't
ourselves.
have any opposition right now? It's indeed APC and Nigerians.
It's Nigerians desiring desperately to coalesce behind Peter Obi and the APC. That's the reality of our political landscape today. Every other person are just dancing around.
Esther, are you hearing it?
They're just dancing
They've
around.
not been commenting with us, and this is what we're saying.
So it's very simple for me. Let's not deceive ourselves.
INEC is a problem.
So INEC are Nigerians ready to take their fate in their hands and ensure that no matter what happens, whoever they vote for, whether it is Tinubu or Peter Obi, because those are the two major, let's not deceive ourselves, those are the front runners, that person will emerge. For me, that's the real question. So all this one that ADC is saying, it's just talk. It's just empty political talk.
But some people feel that Peter Obi has
no, not vex.
They feel that he has lost relevance.
Because I know that some of
he's no longer as potent as he used to be, that they've succeeded in whatever propaganda machinery in modding and creating doubts in the minds of a lot of persons who were considering him. I'm sure you're following what's going on social media.
Esther, those things are fear theory they put. I told you, in politics, there's something we call fear theory.
Exactly.
The opposition or your opponent will be trying to make the mind of people to have this fear. And you know, a human being, we have three different kind of people. People that sit at the fence, people that come, and people that want to, you know, they are more Catholic than Pope. So the issue is that politics is a game, a mind game. Theory, forcing you, you know, all these things are there. But Peter Obi, they know today is a person that people know. We are not saying he's a saint.
Of course not.
But among all our politicians, from head to toe, P2B is more better than all of them.
Do you think he has a mannerism for the kind of politics that Nigeria runs on?
You see, the issue is that if you said because you're a good man and let us, all of us, leave these people because politics is a dirty game. You remember what the scripture says? It said when a righteous man is on the throne, people rejoice. So how can a righteous man be on the throne? You must involve, but you won't dirty yourself. You won't allow them to dirty you. Don't mind anything. So we must get involved into this politics of a thing. That's why we keep talking, telling Nigerians, don't lose hope.
They should not lose hope. They should follow the
people like us, they pointed gun at us. I have told you the place. Majaroma Folukuye. Because of what? A lady was changing. I said, look at what you are doing. How can you do this? And I saw some of them some months ago, years ago. They were not dodging. I said, about how far? How far?
Our market.
And they will come back again and give them Indomie. And highest they will give them is 1,700,000.
Same thing.
And they will not remain. You can't even visit them. You have seen local government chairman, even councillor. And Nigerians should know this. We must. But the problem, I've said it time with a number that I will defend Nigerians in 2023 election. They did what they wanted to do. They voted according to their conscience. They defend their vote. But INEC and judiciary was a problem. Particularly INEC. Where is the glitch coming from?
So now the glitch has been unexplained.
Mystery glitch.
Very mysterious glitch. But Mr. Shegun Shopito, Natasha said she's not going to apologize to anybody. She launched a scathing attack on Godswill Akpabio. She accused him of treating her like a slave and his domestic staff. And she made this remark while she was addressing journalists in her office at the National Assembly complex shortly after the Sergeant at Arms reopened it following her 6-month suspension. So she reflected on her ordeal and she described the 6 months as a period of resilience in the face of intimidation. She said she's not going to apologize. Her trial is going to continue because the case is already in court. And she said that her suspension was unjust and maintained that she had continued to discharge her
Guys, please double tap to like the screen. Double tap.
Not allowed to come
Tracy, did you know about this bomb blast? Wow.
Politics need to abide by. A couple of people
Nigeria.
think that she should apologize like Fubara did. That the fact that you
Apologize,
does not mean that
apologize
The fact that Fubara apologized, decided to work with Wiki and do what's necessary, does not mean that he's a weakling.
I
It
beg
just means
ye.
that he wants to ride and beat his time, and then know what his future expects of him next. What's your take with her remark and her attitude towards the entire ordeal?
Welcome, Mr. Ogbonna.
Natasha, for me, is a hero of democracy. I think that the lady is extremely underappreciated. What she's doing is that she's testing our democracy and ensuring that we can see ourselves for who we really are. We can see who the Senate president is today. He is a chauvinist, a chauvinistic, egotistic male dictator.
Exactly.
Right? And a woman has stood up. Apologize for what, please? What? What did she do? She expressed her right. They said, move to this seat. She said, no, I don't have to. Do I support maybe the disorder that she created and all that? Could she have done it better? Maybe. But did she commit any crime? Why was she suspended? And then she came out and said she was sexually harassed and all hell broke loose. So for me, there's nothing to apologize for. She has served the time for whatever indiscretion can accuse her
absolutely nothing.
Exhibiting at that time. And it is what it is. Let her go and continue to serve her people and continue to pursue her right in court. Because I think that case should continue.
Yes.
You think you should continue?
Oh, well, I mean, absolutely.
If you want to continue, may continue
now.
I
treated
beg.
And, hopefully, judiciary, we don't know what will happen there. Now, you compared her to my good friend Fubara.
Fubara, yeah.
It is very, very unfortunate that it is a woman who people like to think are weak, and I always tell them, you people don't know anything.
Exactly.
Women are stronger than men.
Tell them.
Because they have to be, by virtue of the duties that God has given to them, to be the leader and the nurturer of society.
Nigerians, Nigerian men, give your women the flowers.
It's a woman now that has done what Fubara is supposed to be doing. In my opinion, number one, Fubara should have gone to court.
I'm telling you, Fubara for fights. He chicken out like a goose.
In our laws, that was illegal. And all he needed to do, for God's sake, was just go to court. Let the judiciary again show themselves to Nigerians to be a sham of a judiciary. But he should have gone to court. He didn't go. He has done some sort of beggy, settle. 6 months have passed. He has entered now. Please, how is Fubara going to run River State? How? Oh. He doesn't have a cabinet that he chose. The local governments who are supposed to be independent.
They were there before he arrived.
For goodness sake, he had no say. He's not supposed to under a normal democracy, but we know that we don't run a normal democracy. For you to execute any small thing in this country, you must have some sort of rapport with the local government, the legislature, and every other arm of government. How will Fubara run in that place? In my opinion, he should have resigned. As soon as they reinstated him like this, he should have resumed and said, thank you very much, God bless you, so that he will not lose his benefit of being a governor. Should have just come in.
So if you resign, you can still get your benefits.
Yes, now you continue to be an ex-governor so that he doesn't allow himself to be impeached. Because as he is now, if he says one small thing like this in the wrong way, if he twists his mouth the wrong way, they will impeach him. So he is a complete lame dog. I don't know what he can do. It is Wike that is the governor of Rivers State today.
But Wike has promised that he's not going to disturb him.
Yeah, but that's the point now. Why should Wike promise? Who is he? In the eyes of democracy and the law, who is Wike in Rivers State?
Bam!
He's the minister at the federal level. Why is he promising he will not disturb?
Exactly.
What the president did in Rivers State was a rape of our democracy, and it was very unfortunate. So I want to praise Senator Natasha Akpoti for showing Fubara the way.
Yes.
And I want to hope that Fubara will man up and develop the courage that a woman is showing to stand up for democracy and say, this thing that you did was illegal, and I'm going to challenge it in court. He can still do so.
Well, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, I want to understand why it was Shetima that went to Ungar. There's a reason why I'm asking that question, because we need to clarify all of the speculation that President Tinubu cannot go to the United States of America, and that's why he sent his deputy.
Enough he go.
Enough he go. I don't understand.
Esther.
Why is there any document
in Barrister Darlington's voice, enough he go.
We'll look into that. To kind of stay with us. To stay with us.
This man is dodging his smile, dodging his this thing.
What is are they? Are you
see,
so you have changed
Esther,
mouths now?
wait,
These are
Esther.
so new people
wait.
who are in people 90.3 FM. So I was having an argument when we were on the break with Mr. Shengo Shopito and Mr. Tony Mbata. I asked the question, I said, why did the president send his vice? That's one of the most important outings that the president is meant to be part of. And I said that the president has actually gone for the United Nations General Assembly. Initially, I thought it was even in 2024. It was in 2023. That was his first outing as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. People are arguing that he has never attended, he has never stepped foot in the United States.
Esther.
Who says that he can't go to the United States?
Esther, let me call you like
If
Barrister
you
Darlington.
if you go to
Sometimes I
your
will
Google
say,
right now, premium times,
Premium
fact
times.
check,
Like
When-
snake.
2023.
He didn't go in. Tinubu cannot go.
Oh my God.
What is your confidence? and
Tinubu cannot go.
certitude?
He has a case to answer.
So,
There's an
this-
allegation.
wait
There's
now.
an allegation.
God.
Those things are fake news.
Ademo na double tap oh, like.
News. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria cannot step his foot into the United States of America. He has a case to answer. He cannot. Those things are fake news to deceive people who don't know.
Calm down, Mr. Tony Mbata. Mr. Tinubu's reception was a departure from the usual tradition where officials would line up at the airport to welcome the president. This time, only 3 officials were there at the airport to receive the president, with other Nigerian officials stationed at the UN Plaza Millennium Hilton Hotel to welcome him. Those at the hotel to welcome him were Nigeria's ambassador to the United States, then in 2023, Omoye Menike, Consul General of Nigeria in New York, and Consul General in Atlanta, Amina Samaila. Others were Governors Omoye of Akwa Ibom, Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, Ubasani of Kaduna, Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe, and Abdurrahman Abdurazak of Kwara, amongst others. So he addressed them in 2023. That was the president's first official outing as
He was.
president.
I didn't say that he was in the.
What is are they? Are you
see,
so you have changed
Esther,
mouths now?
wait.
Mr. Tony Mbata.
Esther. I'm not changing anything. Esther.
I think it's neither here nor there, Esther.
It's not neither here nor
It
there.
is neither
What
here nor there.
you're
Esther.
trying to say? What you're trying to say is that the president cannot go to the US. There could have been a couple of reasons why he sent a deputy. It doesn't mean he can't go.
I
Esther.
think it's neither here nor there. I think the issues are deeper than that.
Really?
Yes, I think it's deeper than whether he can go or not. If you say he went in 2023 and the news is there and we all recall it, and now look, I'm looking at the news now. He was there. So no, he was there. I can see there's something there. For me, that's I think that the sensationalism around the story of Tinubu, and who he was, who he may have been, and who he is now, is a mystery that we will never unravel. It's a mystery we're never going to unravel. We don't understand exactly what is happening. The only thing we know for sure is that there's a mystery around the person of the president. I mean, is that debatable? That is fact. Is a fact, proven fact, documented. The CIA, the FBI, the Chicago State University, the entire controversy.
And the narcotic issues.
All of those things. The names that were mentioned in the narcotic case, the funds that he, what's that word now? Forfeited.
Allegedly.
It was not alleged.
Okay.
The funds he forfeited to the United States. All of that is there. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery
we
indeed.
will never, in my opinion, will never unravel. We'll never get to the bottom of it. Because he's president. And there's a reason he's president. So let's leave that. It's neither here nor there. I think the more interesting question that you've asked is why is he sending
the vice?
Because that's a very important meeting. I mean,
because Donald Trump,
yeah,
who is the president of the most powerful nation on earth, the biggest economy in the world, is going to address hunger. Why is our own president sending his vice? It's a big event. Buhari, addressed it several times.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, so
we're able to translate the plight of
I think those are
Nigerians.
the real issues. That the president travels pretty much every month, every 2 months, for what appears to be top-ups. I don't know.
Could it be a security summit meeting with the bandit with other state, he went to
No,
get
he's not
information.
any security summit
No.
meeting.
What I'm saying,
According to
why
that-
Mr. President cannot travel? Maybe these terrorists are
everything
meeting.
that is happening in Nigeria is so serious that he cannot leave Nigeria
You think
for
so?
that important
No, we're just
meeting.
saying maybe.
We are just saying we are helping the presidency. We are helping them.
So, but on a serious note,
The reason why I
it's a
asked
bit
this,
disturbing that the president is sending his vice to such an important occasion.
Could it be because he just returned?
When just 2 weeks ago, he went on vacation. Where will he be? He went to rest. He went to rest for 10 days, even though he cut it short and he returned a bit early. But he went to rest. So you can't say it's because he just returned. The whole point of the vacation was for him to rest so that he will be energetic and can do his duties as a president. So like Mr. Mbata said, is it that, I wish that the presidency would actually come out honestly and just tell us that, look, Nigeria, there is fire on the mountain. There are too many issues to be dealt with. The president is focusing on that now, and therefore I'm sending my advice. It will be a win.
We're helping Nigerians too.
So
we're helping the president to help them. We are helping them. We are part of the. We are citizens of this country.
Personally appointed publicity special advisors, senior special assistant on publicity and.
Okay, no wahala, it's all good. Brennan Mokri says that Nigerians are professional complainers. That there was a time we were complaining that they had sidelined the vice president because there's a tendency that he'll be dropped ahead of 2027 to choose another vice, and that's why he's not being represented. And now the president decided to send the vice president to such an important meeting, which would actually strengthen their relationship and put out there that they trust each other. And then the same Nigerians are complaining that why did he send his vice?
Reno Mokri, gaslighter in chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well done.
Sometimes when you make mention of them, I don't like to talk about their matter because I believe that if not that Nigeria is what it is today, you don't need to. You don't need to discuss them.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take your calls. It's 40 minutes but compounds of 8 o'clock. We have been able to decipher certain things and educate ourselves in the best way that we can. IPOB is currently warning the president and the DSS over Nnamdi Kanu's health, that they should please do something about it as soon as possible so that he can actually take care of his health. They don't want any situation to happen to him. He needs to have access to better health care. They're calling on the president and they're calling on the DSS over Nnamdi Kanu's health. And Governor Aliyah has sacked his advisor, made fresh appointments. Remember the Benue killings? There were talk that it was the cabinet members. He also mentioned some persons in Abuja who were instigating what was going on in Benue State. And then we started seeing some firing taking place. Some certain persons been asked to step down from their positions and all. Meanwhile, while Nigerians are focused on how the politicians of their choice are gearing up ahead for 2027, Nigerians are literally looking at what January 2026 is going to be like when the tax reform implementation will fully commence. On the number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. Please, when you call, do not make any form of defamation, slander, insult on any public official. I will cut you off immediately. Kindly say what you want to say. Adverbs to modify or explain what you want to explain, but please do not insult, slander, or make any statement that could defame any top personality in government. Thank you very much. All right, 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. 03692-9933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. How are you?
So how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Welcome.
Greetings to your guest.
Greetings.
This is Remy from
Perhaps
Akata.
we should end
Very
this
welcome.
here.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
think-
want to go watch the remaining,
Yeah, I
the
think
call,
the-
the phone calls and everything, you guys can go to the Voice of the People channel. But we're going to wrap it up here. And I'll see you guys on my next one. I don't know about later on in the day. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, definitely will be on my next show. Thank you so much. Tracy, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you, sis. Godfrey, yeah. That show already matter. I be like, said, now that one I go come back on discuss because I really want to understand. I like the fact say show already drag Wiki like I better pass my neighbor generator. People are even taking on the son. They say the son saying graduate from law school. So people are demanding for proof that indeed he did graduate from law school. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to go into it, but hey, it is what it is. And again, I don't know if it's a distraction from what we should be focusing on, which is getting back Nigeria and making sure we get it back. Let's just keep our eyes open, because not everything looks like what you think it is. So most of these things are turning out to be distraction. This is just my 2 cents, shall. But anyway, I go see you now my next one. Thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.